More than 100 years after its invention, the car is not only a means of transportation but has also become a hallmark. That is why many manufacturers have been offering exclusivity, quality, design, speed, power, and the latest technologies in the equipment of their vehicles for decades, taking all these proposals to the extreme to attract customers with the highest purchasing power. Today, here are the 10 luxury car brands ruling the world for years. But before we start, please like and subscribe to this channel, and then sit back and relax. Number 1. Ferrari. Little can be said about the prancing horse, a brand that has a patented red color with its name, which is the main reference in Formula One, and which enters through merchandising throughout the world much more than through the sale of cars. All of them priced above 100,000 euros, has to be considered the luxury car firm par excellence. And it is that we are all from Ferrari, and whoever says otherwise is lying. Number 2. Lamborghini. Those who resist the charms of Ferrari and want to go against the masses have the same sportiness in Lamborghini, but with more aggressive designs and driving. And it is that the Bologna brand, originally a producer of tractors and agricultural vehicles, entered the world of sports cars like a bull, never better said, after a clash between its owner and Ferrari. Since then, it seems that the bravery of the fighting animal is reflected in all its models, both in the names, some of the famous or pardoned bulls, and others related to bullfighting, as in your designs and engines that draw attention to sight and hearing when you meet one of their cars on the street. Number 3. Porsche. If Italian design and British elegance are two benchmarks in the luxury automobile sector, we must highlight the ability of the German Porsche to combine these two premises and add the reliability and technological avant-garde of its engines to achieve practically perfect vehicles. And it is that the models of the Stuttgart factory are a 9 out of 10 in everything. They are sports vehicles, but without being extravagant, with elegant lines, but without falling into excessive sobriety. Its powerful and fast engines, developed for high competition, nevertheless offer a friendly and comfortable ride. In addition, it has a wide range from classic two-seater sports cars like the 911 to sedans like the Panamera or the first high-end SUV, the Cayenne, which means that this exclusive brand can accompany its customers even if their circumstances change. Family and needs. A luxury travel companion for life. Number 4. Rolls-Royce. They know something about mechanics. Half of the commercial aircraft engines are made by Rolls-Royce, but if there is one thing that characterizes the British brand, it is its elegance. The distinction granted by a winged angel signature car remains unmatched despite the passing of the years. They are the favorite cars of the British royal family and the favorites of emirs, sheikhs, or heads of state, and those chosen by many couples for the arrival of the bride on the most important day of her life. And it is that the Rolls-Royce models, both current and classic, are a luxury that deserves to be enjoyed at least once in a lifetime, and that completely changes the scenery that surrounds them at the most important moments. Number 5. Jaguar. Another example of the evolution of elegant and distinguished cars towards sportier versions is Jaguar. The classic wooden interiors and their endless noses topped with a spectacular silver feline at the tip, mythical during the 70s and 80s, have given way to more compact, much more powerful vehicles and more current versions such as SUVs. All of them are equipped with technologies developed in their forays into a high competition, where they have been rubbing shoulders with other brands with a much more sporty profile for years, but without losing that British air that characterizes the firm. Number 6. Pagani. This brand is probably not familiar to you, or you haven't heard of it until now. If you're not a motorsport enthusiast or don't have a checking account with a lot of zeros in the bank, it's normal that you don't know that Paganis are some of the most coveted supercars on the planet. And it is that, founded in 1992 by the Argentine Horacio Pagani, it is practically a newborn if we compare it with its competitors. But the groundbreaking designs of the Zonda, especially its interior, were presented for the first time at the 1999 Geneva Motor Show. And its excellent performance on the circuit, despite being a private car, drew the attention of the motor world at the beginning of the year and the millennium, and after the Zonda, the Huayra arrived. an exercise in self-improvement with an even more extraordinary result than that of its predecessor, something that seemed tremendously difficult, but which shows that the factory located in Modena, Italy, is young, but is well prepared to compete face-to-face in the world. Luxury on four wheels. Number 7. McLaren. If there is a brand that has been able to overshadow Ferrari in Formula One in recent decades, it is McLaren. But what few know is that this same firm has spent some years developing and marketing street supercars that are almost as spectacular as their single-seaters. The vehicles from the Woking, United Kingdom factory are already a benchmark at the Geneva Motor Show, and its models, valued at several million euros, are highly coveted pieces among the world's great fortunes. Designed for driving on the circuit, but approved for the road, it is very difficult to find one. Very limited productions are made. But if one day you come across one, have your camera ready, because the McLaren Speedtail, for example, can reach up to 402 kilometers per hour. And surely you will only have one opportunity to hunt that extraordinary Corricamenos, even if it is only to see and hear it live. Number 8. Bugatti. Another classic of the circuits that have made the journey to the garages of the great fortunes with success. The French brand was a benchmark for high competition before World War II. But the fatal accident in 1939 of the founder's son, who lost his life at just 30 years of age during tests with one of his cars, caused Bugatti to fall into trouble, a hole from which it tried to get out in the 50s by betting on Formula One. But the bad results put an end to the project, and several decades passed again until the firm from Alsace returned to the limelight, this time through the front door. Bugatti became a manufacturer of luxury super sports cars with extreme power, more than 1,500 CV, and its Chiron Supersport 300 is proud to be the fastest production car with a record of 490.48 kilometers per hour since 2019. Other of its models, such as the Veyron, the Divo, or the Centodieci, are also benchmarks among the most exclusive vehicles, and they live in the garages of the world's most popular billionaires. Number 9. Lexus. From the 80s, Asian cars, Japanese and Korean, entered the North American and European markets with force. They offered reliability in their engines, more than enough equipment, and extensive guarantees to their customers. Toyota, Nissan, Honda, Hyundai, Kia, Mazda, or Mitsubishi were soon one more option in the purchase of utility vehicles, and it would not take long for them to leap to the luxury segment. It was Toyota precisely who launched a subsidiary brand, Lexus, dedicated exclusively to high-end vehicles. In 1989, it launched its first model on the US market to compete with Mercedes, BMW, and Audi as an important alternative. Luxury in its Japanese conception was based on sobriety and reliability, and its meticulous design was aimed at obtaining the maximum possible comfort for both the driver and passengers. Later, they would make the leap to the European market, and today Lexus is one of the best-selling high-end brands in the world and has truly spectacular models, such as the LC 500 Cabrio, over 150,000. Number 10. Tesla. The Green Revolution. Initially conceived as luxury sports models to attract buyers of high-end cars towards 100% electric technology, Tesla has been expanding their target and is here to stay. The great success of Elon Musk's company has even more merit if the risk of his bet is taken into account. Electric cars valued at more than 100,000, when the references until then were Japanese hybrids, introduced to the markets at the stroke of subsidy, and the urban fleets of minicars for rent by the hour. Faced with this, the appearance of the futuristic Tesla prototypes, with an aesthetic similar to the Maserati or Aston Martin, but with limited autonomy and the need to charge them at night, seemed like an outbreak headed for bankruptcy. And this finally turned out to be a hit that would change the present and future of the automobile, where all manufacturers have already jumped on the electric bandwagon. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, the subscription button, and the notification bell to get notified when new videos are uploaded from this channel. Please share your thoughts about the 10 luxury car brands ruling the world for years in the comment section below. Thank you.